Okay, in this question, this is also relatively easy here, but it can be a little bit tricky because you have to remember how to do a dihybrid cross. So let's read it together and try to answer it. So here you have a plan, and this is uh, the scientific name, and here the other one here is the common name. This is not important. I'm going to show this example with apples, but then or you can solve it with animals. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The important here is that you have a gene that you may call A, that is a dominant allele that results in a white fruit. Okay, and you have another gene that is B that result in a yellow fruit. And you have another one that is a homozygous recessive, that it will be in a green fruit. So let's put it with color. So this one A will be white. You will have another one that it will be B, that it will be yellow, and these two uh, they should be capital, yeah. And the only one that they can be recessive based on the information that they give you. And finally, you have one green that, let me look for the green, that is when you have the homozygous recessive. Okay, so the first thing that you have to take into account is to have this information. So A, when it's capital, is white fruit, B is yellow fruit, and BB is green fruit. Okay, so now let's continue seeing what else they tell us. And they tell us this gene undergoing dependent assortment. Good. And remember, this is not a monohybrid cross. This is a dihybrid cross. And here they ask to make the classical dihybrid cross, that is two heterozygous. And you have here, so heterozygous and heterozygous. And this, they give you extra information. This is important. Here they tell you that when you have both here, and let me put it this with black so you can see it better. Here, if you see, you have the two capital A and B, but when you have the two capital, the plants are white. So this is an example of epistasis. Yeah, there is interaction between genes, and what is the type of interaction? The A is dominant over B. Okay, so you don't have a yellow or a whitish yellow. There is none of that. This is an example of epistasis because here you have white and white when you have. So if you have a capital A, this will determine that the plant will be a white, despite that it also has a capital B. So let me show you in a second. And the question is, what are the phenotypes expected among the progeny fruit, and what are the proportion? So this is really easy. You just have to remember a few things. So I'm going to go slowly, but this answer can take you 30 seconds or less if you for the test. So let me show you what happened. Uh, this is the classical example when you have a heterozygous dihybrid, that you have in the beginning the two purebreds, yeah, these are dominants and these are recessive. Here you have heterozygous, and when you have the two heterozygous, here cross them, so you get this proportion that is 9331. Yeah, this so this is very easy. Yeah, they give you two heterozygous to cross, and these always give you this 9331. However, this is an example of epistasis. Okay, so and we need to remember that as this is a dihybrid cross, you need to uh, use the method of FOIL that I will show you in a second. to create the gametes, you know? You need to create these gametes. This is important, and I know for some of you it's like, oh, this is so easy. Please don't repeat it. But in case that you don't remember, I will talk about that in a second. If not, you can skip this part of the video. Okay, so you will get, and I will explain that in a second, 9 out of 16, 3 out of 16, 3 out of 16, and 1 out of 16. So this 9, 3, 3, 1. And how you get those, so I will show you that in a second. But before that, let's go to the gametes so you understand how to make this cross. Okay, so remember, this is a dihybrid cross, so this is how you're going to make the gametes for the cross, for the Punnett square. And so just to remind you, you use this method here. Foil, the F mean for first, then the O mean for outer, and like this in all of them. So here you have, you're going to make this cross, you know, they told you make the cross between the two plants that are white, that are heterozygous. So this is the cross that you have to do. So the first thing that you have to do is to make the gametes for the Punnett square that we saw before. This is not a pretty Punnett square, but to put the gametes here, you have to first to make the gametes. So the first gamete, the one that it will go, let's put it here, the one that it goes here, it will be this one, the first one. And how you make the first set? So the first two alleles go here. So the capital A and capital B. Easy. Now the second one. So the one that goes here. So it will be the outer ones. So the two extreme, it will be this one and this one, the two B's. Okay, let me delete this so it's clear. Now we're going to do the third one, the inner one. So pretty easy. It's the one that go here. Yeah, okay, let's make a purple, more purple. The one that goes here, the third one. So the two inside, so it will be this one. And finally, the last one, it will be, as you can see here, the two last one, this A and this B. Okay, I can explain that in more detail in case that you have a doubt, but I know you have seen this in many times. So I just this was just a quick reminder in case that you need it. Okay, so now let's go back into the problem, and I just remind you that we have three types of fruit: one that are white, that are yellow, and one that are green. And here we are. Here you can see the gametes that we had. You know that we use create with the foil method, and here you put exactly the same thing. The first, this, the O, the inner ones, and the last one. Yeah, same thing. And you just have to create the crosses, and you will get the following genotypes. Yeah, very easy. And now you just have to select which one will be white, which one will be yellow, and which one will be green. And the problem already give you a clue how to do that. So let me show you how to do it. The white ones will be all of them that it could be capital A, yeah, and they can be capital B, or they can be here I miss a line here. Let me show you. This will be like this. This means that it could be, I don't know if you remember, it means when there is this line here, it means that it could be like this, or it could be the lowercase, yeah. So in all these cases, yeah, all the ones that have this genotype will be white fruit, or all of this one will be white fruit. Remember, as we watch if there is an A that is dominant, all that will create that all the fruits are white. The second option is that, the A is recessive, should be recessive. It cannot be heterozygous or a homozygous dominant. And if you have two B that are capital, it will be yellow. And the last step, oh, here it is. It could be also this option. Yeah, it can be also, to simplify it, it could be written like this. This means this option or this option. And finally, the one that is, as the problem tells us, the green one, that is the one in which BB is homozygous. And as we already said, the white, if there is a capital A, it means that it will be white. So this one, both should be lowercase. Yes, so they will be, both should be recessive. Okay, so that is pretty easy. Yeah. Now we just have to look for the phenotype, for the genotypes here, and try to find the proportion. So let me show you in a second. So this is pretty easy. You have two options. So for example, if you have the capital A or the capital B, it will be white. So here you have a capital A and capital B. So this will be the first white. This is also capital A or capital B. So this will be white. Yeah, so I just quantify it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and this will be 5. And here you have another case. So let me show it to you. Let's put it with purple. In this case, you have one capital A, but you have the lowercase b. So this will be also white. So look, this is lowercase b. So this will be the sixth one. And you can continue quantify them. And they will be 12 of those. And you can double check and check if I made a mistake and I skipped something, but they should be 12. Now let's go with the yellow. The yellow is much easier. There are less. So it should be this or this, yeah? So the first one are the two. Remember, all of them should be lowercase a. Yeah, should be recessive for A. And here you have the first one, that is the 2 capital B. Let's put a, and you can have in this one also, it's a different type of B, the one that is a recessive one. Yeah, here you will find another recessive one. So in this case, you have only 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, one that is homozygous for B. Yeah, that it will be yellow, or recessive that it will have that it will be these two examples, yellow 2 and yellow 3. Okay, now let's go for the easiest one, that is the green one. There is only one option, so it will be all of them. Let's put it with green. All of them should be recessive, and there is only one of those. Okay, so to summarize, this is an example of epistasis. Yeah, very easy. And in this case, you will have 12 out of 6. It will be 12, 3, 1, So instead of being 9, 3, 3, 1, yeah, there is a case of epistasis. So these 9 and 3, you add them. Yeah, because now, and this will be 12. Okay, and this is a case of epistasis called dominant epistasis. Okay, and why? Because why is dominant? Why you add this 9 plus 3? Because now this A and B, these two, these are going to be white. Okay, and this is the one that is yellow. I don't know if you can see that one, and this one will be the one that is green. Okay, so I know that I explained it very slowly, but in case that you have any question, let me know. I think it looks very, I explained it very slowly, but if you see, it's pretty easy. I hope that everything was clear. If not, let me know. Have a good day. Bye.